Well, it's time for Let's Talk Antiques, and I got a bunch of old antiques sitting across from me.
Again.
So from one antique to another antique, what's going on today, fellas?
Hey,
We have
Howard.
an announcement.
yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Philip.
big
And now, but also add you in there too. You know how long we've been doing it.
Okay, well, let's see. What is
Here's
this?
the story, folks.
This is we're starting our 5th season on Charter Channel 193 here, and it replays tonight as is it 6:30? Gosh,
It
I
replays
don't
3
know
times.
exactly.
Yeah.
It plays 3 times.
And how many households does it go to? Or people? Around 100,000.
It's 42,000 households
Which with the multiple.
Yeah, with all the counties.
2.5 is about
Yeah.
100,000
So,
people.
yeah, Tullahoma, Shelbyville, Fayetteville, McMinnville, and
Don't we have
I
part
forgot somewhere, another one.
Franklin County?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And a little
we
bit of
go,
Warren County.
go out a
I
little
know
past
we got
North
some
Lake.
of Warren
Yeah.
County because I done some work up there, and the guy up there said, "Well, I've seen you on TV."
What'd you say to him? You want me to sign something?
No,
you
I
go.
didn't.
He said, "Here, give me your autograph at the bottom of this blank
No.
check."
that what he
Yeah,
said?
there you go.
And so we've picked up a new person that's carrying our show.
Yeah, so starting today at 1:30, we'll be airing on LightTube Channel 6. So any of the
Wow.
Tullahoma viewers, well, anybody know anybody? I guess you don't know it at this point, probably, unless you're on the radio. But anyway, so we will air every day at 1:30, starting today. But they do a strange scheduling thing, so they'll be a week behind. So there you go.
So as far as providers, just in the Tullahoma area, not counting all the other areas
Yeah.
that you just said, we've got the number 1 and number 2 providers.
Okay, we got a phone
got a
call
call?
coming in. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ain't somebody wanting you to pay them something, is it?
No, I hope not. Okay, let's see who we got here on the phone line. You're on Let's Talk Antiques.
Yeah, I just wondered if this was worth $1 million or not. I got a
It must
red man,
be.
a red man. Two in the back where it says the Red Man Golden Blend instead of says the flavor of America got Indian on it. I wonder what that'd be worth.
$1 million.
Now, did you say it's a sign? I missed the very
hope so.
beginning.
Is it a sign?
He's looking it up.
It's a square one, you know.
Yeah,
About
it's
what size?
It's about a 8 by 8 maybe, and about
It's
about
about
a
10.
6 inches tall.
A 10.
Okay.
But it's all metal.
Redmond.
It's got a picture of an
Red Man
Indian
10.
riding a horse.
Huh.
I'm
Riding a horse.
scanning through.
Yeah.
Is that Redmond? Was that a chewing tobacco?
Yeah.
Yes.
It says the flavor of America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Says
That was
plug
Indian.
of
Got the
America.
Indian chief.
Don't.
Add that into the search. The plug.
Flavor
The
of
plug of
America.
America.
Flavor.
Yeah, Golden Blend says.
Golden blend. Oh,
There
we
you go.
found it. Hey, on that $1 million.
You might want to hold on to it for a couple more years.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to hang on to it.
It's like planting.
All right, tell him.
We got $4. This is the only one that we got this sold.
But keep hanging on to it.
Yeah, hang on to it. It could shoot up
Yeah,
anytime.
all right.
We
Wait,
got one
there's
for
one for
$6.
$6.
Hang on, let me
$6.
change mine.
Well, it's going up in value
boy.
already.
Hey, we've already went $2
Put
higher.
highs first.
$6.
Well, there's one that
I got a 17.
You got
$18.
highs first. Yeah,
Hold
you
on a
do.
minute.
It's finding other words is the thing.
But there was one that scroll back up. There was one for $18.
Hang on.
Don't you mess him up. Wait a minute, he's added another word in there.
There we go. This is a better.
Oh, they're going up.
Well, look at here. It's went from $4 to $18.
And you know, I was fixing to offer him $4 for it.
There we got one for 18,
Yeah.
2 for 18. So there you go.
Hey, see, it's already went up what? $14 just from the first time he told you. So
There you go.
here we go.
All right.
Hang on to her.
But I would think that would become more valuable because
yeah.
you don't see much about chewing tobacco
Well,
or what were the plugs?
How about Bull of the Woods? Remember it?
No. How
They
about
don't make
Cuddy?
them in
What was it?
tins
Cuddy
anymore
Shark? Cuddy Shark? Cuddy Shark? That was what my granddad
Jabber Jones.
used to chew all the time.
Oh, I thought that was an alcohol.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what the name.
Well,
Yeah, there
maybe-
was one.
Yeah,
I think,
Hey, I bet
Mark.
you know what
or
happened?
maybe it was Cuddy Pipe. I don't know. But it was,
Howard come in there and caught him. He said, well, this is chewing tobacco. He was drinking chewing tobacco.
I'll tell you what, he used to chew that all the time. You know, one day he says, "You like to try some of this?"
Oh, God.
Oh my
you
goodness!
try?
I was sick as a dog.
Yeah, you turned about 4 shades of green, didn't you?
At least. So that was my one and only experience with tobacco products, and I left it alone the rest of my life. Maybe that was his intention.
Yeah, well, it was a good one, Dan, if it was.
Yeah.
You know, Howard, so you seen on Facebook where I found that Rexall drug sign,
Yeah.
and then I found another drugstore sign, and I just got it put up yesterday. Sundries. You know what sundries
Yeah,
are
sundries.
in a drugstore? Y'all know.
Actually, I don't. How about you?
Well,
Tell
D- Well,
So tell them.
he's a youngster.
Tell them what sundries are so the audience.
Miscellaneous.
Yeah, it's the smalls in a drugstore.
Yeah, it's a little small stuff.
Like
You know, like,
Band-Aids or candy
Band-
bars.
yeah, they put a sign up. That way you knew it wasn't drugs. You went over to where the sundries, the
Okay.
miscellaneous items were.
All right.
Should they put miscellaneous instead of sundries?
At this point, they probably do.
Nowadays they just call it inventory and they're loaded with it.
These youngsters just don't know anything.
So anyway, you know how I do when I find something just like that train seat.
Yeah.
You've seen it on Facebook. Hey, by the way, we've got almost 700 views on it, and we only put it on yesterday.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
How many views is your picture of you wrestling the bear?
I think that's getting close to 100 likes. I tell you what.
I think I'd like to hear a little more of the story.
Well, here's the story.
And is this a stuffed bear or is this
No,
a
it's
live
This was a
it was
real
a real bear.
Okay, so
He
in
really
the
wrestled a
mid-80s,
bear.
Believe it or not, Philip, I was in pretty good shape. I could bench 405 pounds, and I weighed 163.
Wow, okay.
So that's
All
pretty
right.
strong. I
That's
used
not
to
bad.
warm up with 225.
Yeah, I had to do a double take on the picture. I says, "That's David."
Yeah, that
Yeah.
did-
So my kids, of course, obviously, they're in school.
yeah.
And so they had to, we used to have all the catering to all the wrestling matches in this area, like Franklin County.
Okay.
We had it all. And so at the armory, they was bringing a bear to wrestle. So I was just kidding with the kids, and I said, "You want me to wrestle that bear?" And before I know it, they've told every kid in school. I mean, everybody, all their kids, all their friends, everybody said, "Oh," and you know how the word gets around in a small town. I was going to wrestle a bear, and I was the only kid to start with. So what do you do? So here's the deal about the bear. So we go in and I wrestle the thing. There was like five or six of them.
What kind of bear is it?
It's a black bear.
Okay. All
Let
right.
me just tell you something though. I just told you I could bench 410 pounds.
Okay.
Okay, to win a trophy, basically all I did was I was the only one that the bear didn't throw down and pin. Okay.
Okay. Does the bear have a muzzle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He don't have a muzzle on them claws that can knock your head off with one swipe.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, but when I grabbed hold of that bear, it was like putting your hand on a telephone pole and trying to move it.
Really?
That thing.
You know how big a bear is.
Yeah.
And muscular.
It was-
they start out this big.
No,
It was solid muscle.
Yeah.
a bear.
And so I figured out real quick. Well, one guy smacked the bear and acted stupid, so he was like 6'8".
You don't
Yeah.
want to smack a bear.
Bear knocked him down and took his nose and stuck it in his chest, and all you could see was his arms and legs a kicking. That bear held that big guy down with his nose. Her nose. It was
Yeah,
Ginger.
okay.
See,
So you're wrestling females. So.
that's right. But here's what I've learned. I've learned a long time ago, if you treat a female right, they'll treat you right.
Okay. Yeah,
And
that
so,
helps. Yeah.
Evidently,
smack
the bear liked me and didn't do me like it did the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended up with the trophy, and
Yeah, it said he was the only one that didn't get knocked down,
Yeah.
so he got the trophy.
So, do they have the bear on a chain or something so
No.
they can pull it off of
No.
somebody, or how did the guy who was pinned by the nose?
the handler
Got
could
it.
control the bear.
Okay.
Thank God.
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Okay.
But I learned real quick. See, I told you I done the catering. I've seen the bear wrestle a lot of times, and I knew what to do and not do.
Okay.
And the thing not to do is abuse the bear.
Yeah, don't make him mad or her mad.
Making the bear mad
Yeah.
is the first thing not
That's
to
the-
do.
That's the wrong thing to do.
Don't do that.
And don't have bacon on your breath. Because, or a Jiffy Burger would have been bad.
but
Oh,
if
something
you-
to eat.
Yeah, what I should have done was took a bottle of Coke or a candy bar to her,
Yeah.
and she sure enough. But she didn't. Thank God she didn't do me like. I mean, I think she did. I think I stepped out of my shoe when I was wrestling. And it was, I had her down. I got a picture of me.
Oh, okay.
Where I
I'd
had
like
her
to see
pinned.
that,
I
yes.
didn't actually pin her.
Yeah.
But I did have her down. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
No, I didn't see that
Anyway,
thing. You
I
said
got
it
a
go far.
picture of that
Yeah.
part of it. It was in the newspaper.
Oh.
The part where she. I don't know. If she-
I saw you holding the trophy.
Be honest with you, when I was wrestling, I don't know if the bear just laid down wanted to play or what. All I know is she was down on the mat.
Yeah.
And nobody else did that to her. But anyway,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've heard of bear that kind of thing my whole life, but I've never seen it. So I didn't. I wasn't even sure if that thing
Well-
actually
well,
happened.
let me
Look at
give
the
you some-
pictures.
let me give you some advice.
Yeah.
Don't wrestle one.
If given the opportunity,
Don't.
I should turn it down.
They used to do that stuff at carnivals and stuff. I guess they don't do that much anymore.
Remember
do
they did it up at Old Timers Day one.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
Oh,
there was
okay.
there was a
Okay.
guy, Howard.
Yeah.
He was strong as an ox. He could actually pick a flathead motor up and put it in the back of a truck. That's
Oh
how
my
strong
goodness!
he was.
Wow.
Ford motor. You know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
heavy that is.
Well, that's
That bear tore him up. He was yelling and screaming.
Did you ever see that or ever get that email about the guy that tried to catch the deer? He was a city guy, and he went up, bought a farm or something like in New Hampshire or something, and these deer would come up in his front yard, and he thought they were sure cute, little deer, and he got the bright idea he was going to go out and just grab a hold of one, and he did. And it like to tore him to pieces. Just one of these little deer like we see running around here.
Oh, yeah.
It like to tore him to
Here's
pieces.
my life lesson. Howard.
Because they're nothing but muscle, and they go crazy.
Bone and muscle.
Here's my life lesson. Do not mess with wild animals.
That's right.
I don't care if it's a little possum or a.
Oh, yeah, don't ever do that either.
Don't mess with
I
none
wanted
of
a
them.
possum once in my house.
Hey,
That was-
you know that word "wild"
Yeah,
is there for a reason, Howard.
I know. Yeah, I almost did that one time. I heard something scratching on the door, no less. The house opened up the door, and luckily there was a screen door, and there was a possum scratching on the door. And when he saw me, he got the meanest, ugliest.
But a possum is they're not real aggressive.
No,
Well,
but
get your raccoon.
But if
your
they're
raccoon, Howard.
but if they're threatened, they
Yeah.
get nasty.
Well, they show them little old teeth. don't
Yeah, little. They get big when.
they? Yeah.
I was
walked
doing a job once. I was putting in a sewer line, and I had the lid dug off the tank, to tie it in there.
Yeah.
And this deer comes right up to me. He's got an orange collar on, and wanted me to pet him. I petted that deer. It was a tiger. Somebody's pet.
You do know they got deer ticks, don't you?
Well, I knew he had an
He
orange
didn't rub
collar
on
on, and he came
But
right by me.
that won't get rid of the deer ticks, Ron.
Oh,
No,
well,
but-
maybe it
Do
was
not
a,
pet a deer.
maybe it was a
This one
flea and
made me
tick
bad.
collar.
Yeah.
I was in college, and I walked out my back door and had a screened-in porch in the back, and there was a cat door on the outside
Oh.
screen, and I was walking fast, so I went out, and by the time I got to the edge of my porch door, I heard something behind me and turned around, and there was a possum who had been standing right next to the door, so he ran inside.
Oh, no.
And
God.
at that point, I had to run inside. My wife's screaming and with a broom to try and get a possum out of the door. And
You
that
ever
was
try
an
to catch a
exciting
bird
thing.
in a house?
Yeah, yeah. The
Birds are easier to get out than possums.
Throw a sheet,
well,
throw
we-
a sheet over the thing and try to get
Yeah.
it.
I came home one day and about the bird. Came home one day and there was a big black bird flying around in our family room.
Wow.
It apparently got through the chimney somehow. They didn't put one of those caps up on
Yeah.
top, and he had come down through the chimney, so he was covered with soot. And so I'm chasing him, and he would run over and bang into the wall and leave a big old black mark.
Hey, here's the thing you should have done, Howard, and we're going to have to take a break.
I finally got a towel and
If
threw
you'd
it.
have run to the kitchen and got you that salt shaker, remember if you put salt on her tail?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, you don't think of these things, when you're panicky.
No.
Okay, So we burned our first quarter of
And
our
hadn't
show
talked about anything.
About nothing.
Talking about bears and birds. Let's say something about the bees.
Yeah.
Well, they were old bears and old.
But
Thing about
anyway,
bees, they do make honey, and I like honey.
we'll
Yeah,
talk
there you
about
go.
Rexall when we come
Let's
back.
pay the bill here.
Yeah, I
Let's pay a
know.
light bill.
I noticed the lights are getting
Yeah.
dim here. We
Yeah.
better pay the electric bill so we stay on the air here.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in, get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy pick.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back with Let's Talk Antiques, and we're going to talk about what now?
Talk about
What are we talking about today?
Rexall.
Oh,
Okay,
Rexall.
so
well, that's an easy
so when
transition.
I swap for something, I don't just trade for it. I do the history, like the train seat.
Right.
Yeah, and come to find out that was really a good thing. And like I said, we did the video, and it's got over 700 views, and it's only been on like a day. But anyway, and I encourage people to go look at it because Thurston actually tells you the history about it.
Yeah.
But so Rexall signs. So I got 4 or 5 Rexall signs, and you've seen the one on Facebook. I've never had one though that was red and white with black trim. That's the first one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I do something like that, I do the history about it, and then I go to eBay and see what kind of prices on Rexall signs, and then I'll go to the, the actual bottles that hold the medicines and all the different things. And so you got the history on the Rexall.
I got a little.
I bet it started in 1903.
It started in Boston, Massachusetts in 1903.
Wow.
The stores, having roots in the Federation of the United Drugstores, licensed the Rexall brand name to as many as 12,000 drugstores across the United States from 1920 to 1977. That's a lot of Rexall drugstores.
That's all I knew growing up.
Yeah, that was the
Taylor
drugstore.
Rexall in Tullahoma was, matter of fact, I had their sign. Go ahead.
The Rex in the name refers to the common RX abbreviation for medical prescriptions.
Right.
Since 1985, it's been the name of over-the-counter drugs and drugstores in Canada operated by McKesson Corporation, and of health supplements in the United States, where it is used as a store brand of variety chain stores like Dollar General.
Right.
The Canadian Rexall brand is not related to the United States operations, however. Until about 1977, the United States chain did have Rexall drugstores in Canada. Okay. So do you want me to go
read
emotional?
it. In 1903.
Okay.
You want me to
I'd like
start
to know about the Rexall Train
Let
anyway.
me jumpstart you.
In 1903, Lewis K. Liggett persuaded 40 independent drugstores to invest $4,000 in the retailer's cooperative called United Drugstores, which sold products under the Rexall name. After World War I, the cooperative established a franchise arrangement whereby independently owned retail outlets adopted the Rexall trade name and sold Rexall products. The company was based in Boston, in an area now occupied by Northeastern University.
Now, you're going to like this next part, Howard.
Okay. What?
Well, you'll see.
I like it already, not just say the title.
The Rexall Train
Oh, all
Yeah, there
right.
you go.
March to November 1936, toured the United States and Canada to promote Rexall drugstore products and to provide the equivalent of a national convention for local Rexall druggists without the cost of travel. Free tickets for locals to see displays of Rexall products were available at local Rexall drugstores. The 29,000-mile tour visited 47 of 48 contiguous states, emitted Nevada, and it was also in parts of Canada. The blue and white train of 12 air-conditioned Pullman cars with displays in 4 cars, convention facilities in 4 cars, and a dining car was hauled by a streamlined 482 Mohawk locomotive from the New York City Central Railroad.
Yeah, New York Central.
It was the $1 million brainchild of Louis Liggett, who traveled in the rear observation car.
No, he said 29,000 miles, not 100.
Yes, no, that's 29,000 miles, man.
So the growth.
So that did not take that. Yes,
Could
March
you
to
imagine,
November.
Howard, as a little kid standing on the side of the track and seeing that Rexall train come down
Yeah,
the road?
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, blue and white.
Yeah.
So it was 29,000 miles in 9 months. It's pretty impressive too.
Yeah.
They traveled.
Well, you know, that's the president used to campaign on the.
Oh yeah.
And they, of course, they don't do that much anymore.
Yeah.
Hardly ever. Just maybe an occasional little short trip.
They do it
but
in their Learjets.
They do, yeah.
They reproduced that Lincoln, you know, when he came down on his inaugural.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They reproduced that when some of them was gone.
Justin Whitlock Dart, formerly of the Walgreens drugstore chain, took control of the Boston-based United Drug Company. In 1943, the chain operated under the Liggett, Owl, Santa, and Rexall brands, which Dart rebranded under the Rexall name. Rexall garnered national exposure through its sponsorship of 2 famous classic American radio shows in the 1940s and 50s. Amos and Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was one of the most popular programs on at one time.
And Phil Harris, Alice Faye show.
Oh, they were. You got to listen to some of their.
recognize that
They
one.
were hilarious.
I
funny
don't
couple.
know that one yet.
Yeah.
Both shows were often opened by an advertisement from an actor, Griff Barnett, portraying your Rexall family druggist.
Yep.
And included the catchphrase, "Good health to all from Rexall." They also sponsored the Jimmy Durante show, and references are made by the character Mr. Peavy in some of the great Gildersleeve radio shows. Rexall also sponsored Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell. And from April 1950 until Camel replaced Rexall as the sponsor after the December 6, 1950 broadcast.
Okay, so basically, we're into the decline part of it.
Yeah.
So what happened to Rexall drugs?
Huh.
And what happened to it is what happens to most other stores or businesses.
By the
Competition.
late 50s, Rexall business model of unitary franchise stores, with each store owned independently by the local pharmacist, was already coming under attack by the discount chains such as Thrifty Drug and Eckerd.
Yep.
These well-financed corporate entities were able to reduce costs with block purchasing and were focused on growth. By 1977, the value of the Rexall business had deteriorated to the point that it was sold to private investors for $16 million.
Wow.
Wow.
Think about that.
Yeah.
The investors divested the company-owned stores through existing franchise retailers, though existing franchise retailers were able to keep the Rexall name. These tended to be weaker stores, and few kept the name as time progressed. The company did continue to distribute vitamins, health foods, and plastic items across the U.S. Some franchise retailers are still using the Rexall name.
See, now that's what I know them as today is
Right.
store brand.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look up. Let's get on the eBay side and look up just Rexall signs. You
Okay.
have done that, completed auctions.
Now, I've got just a Rexall search, which and the highest priced things under Rexall are going to be signs. Here's a 1930s original Rexall Drugs Porcelain Drugstore neon sign. Very good
It's
condition.
blue and white, Howard.
It's pretty big too. Can you guess on the size on that, David, for our listeners?
I'm going to say that thing is probably 8 foot by 3.5 foot.
Okay. And neon. It's pretty
Yeah,
thick.
and neon.
14.
And it's the oval.
Yeah.
14 bids on that. $1,825. Got another one of those. This is a 6x3. It's a porcelain neon sign, but it does not have the neon attached to it. It doesn't look like
Well, that's like my son, the neon.
Yeah.
The bad thing about neon, it's glass and it gets broke.
It breaks off, yeah.
They were asking $1,200, and they got somewhere between that and about $800. Another one just like it. They were asking $900 and got somewhere between that and $675. Here's another Rexall Quality Drugs neon sign light. It's like a bar sign, more like, or like hang in the window, I guess, kind of deal.
Looks like something's wrong with the neon.
It's glowing, at least. It's
Yeah,
just
that's about it.
maybe it's a bad picture. Hopefully, because it got $675
Or
as a
the
buy.
lettering,
Yeah.
or the lettering off.
Yeah. Maybe it's homemade.
Wow, I got excited.
Let's see. I've got another. Here's a rare original Rexall Store United Drug Company glass sign. They were asking $450. They got somewhere between, gosh, I don't know, $675 and $223. That's a big range.
No, that's a good looking
Yeah,
sign.
it's a nice sign. Here's a 10-foot long sign that says drugs. They believe
But it's
it.
the orange and blue with the white trim.
Yeah.
Which most people that know Rexall,
Yeah,
that's what
Yeah.
we seen growing up.
you recognize the colors.
10 foot by 40 inches, 3 pieces together.
That's still the color a lot of their packaging's in today.
Yeah, and that's porcelain, it looks like.
14 bids on that, went for $223.50. Here's a old antique Rexall Store pharmacy framed glass advertising sign with gold leaf on it.
That's nice.
That's
Yeah.
very nice. It was the buy it now is $350 for that. I have a couple
There's
of
a clock.
those.
How much is that
I
clock?
like that clock down there.
Here's a vintage Rexall lighted advertising clock by Telecron. $315 was the buy now on that.
And then if you got a clock, you got to have a thermometer. So there's one down there.
Okay, let's see. Where's the thermometer is matches that one. It says Bismarex on it. $260 was the buy now on that. These are about a foot round, something like that. Is that a good guess?
So I
there's
like
the
that.
diamond
I like that
shaped
Pam
clock.
clock down there.
Yeah, diamond shape.
It's Pam.
Looks good, don't it?
It says the best known name in drugs, Rexall vintage light up clock. 11 bids on that went for $203.51. What does Bismarex mean? Is that anything
don't
for you?
know. I
Okay,
don't
I
remember
thought that
that.
might be a brand.
Must,
Here's a vintage minty circa 1920 celluloid metal Rexall Drugstore malted milk menu holder.
It's really nice.
And they were asking $250, and they got between that and $203. So,
oh.
man, that's
We're getting close to break time.
You know,
Menu
let's
holder.
take one.
okay.
You at a stopping point there?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, we're going to be right back here.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in, get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy pick.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back, fellas.
Hey, I was thinking, we're going to do the billboard here. Matter of fact, he's sending this stuff over to the sign shop to get it done. Do you think we ought to take that same picture and get us some pictures made so that we can sign off?
So we can autograph them.
Yeah, that'd probably be good.
Howard
Good
probably
idea.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
when we have
Special
events,
events,
yeah,
yeah.
we can
Yeah.
hand them out.
Yeah, but here's another thing too.
Just
Like,
think of what that'd be worth.
Like when you do those question and answer things at the station,
Right.
they could win that prize.
Well,
There you
yeah,
go.
kind of
Yeah, that
like
could be the prize,
you
yeah.
know, we you know,
Signed.
signed.
Hey, we're gonna do black and whites or color.
Well, you got to do color.
Okay.
And some of them are signed and some of them aren't. That makes the signed ones worth
Well,
more.
you know, I can just see it now. 50 years from now, there'll be somebody sitting here talking about, let's talk antiques. Won't be us. 'Cause we'll-
No, it'll
and they'll
be
be
you.
talking about these autographed pictures of these guys from way back.
There you go.
And they're on eBay for 2 or 3 cents.
2 or 3,000.
No, it'll be 1,000. Yeah, it'll be
1,000,
Be
you
a
think?
rare picture.
Oh, sure.
Because we're not gonna sign that many, are we?
No, you don't want to overdo it. See,
We're going to
So
keep
what
the
about
supply
that
down.
list you found on
Okay.
eBay?
I found a Rexall. It says monogram thin lead store display. So this is for your mechanical pencils. It's multiple different
wanted to buy
sizes of
lead.
lead. Yeah. And it has, I don't know, like a fourth of the stuff full. $195 is to buy it now for that. That's pretty good
Wow.
find.
Yeah,
but
here's
the
the
real
deal.
find, I think, is this one. Vintage Rexall chocolate syrup cans. There are 4 cans of Rexall chocolate syrups, $175.
have they ever been opened?
That was to buy it now. No,
They're still
No, you
still
can
sealed.
open 'em
they're
up and use
sealed.
'em.
Yeah.
Well, that still be good.
Well, I don't know.
You're supposed to know. You used to be a dang lieutenant. You're supposed to know stuff.
Let me look real quick.
Does
and
that
see
mean we have to salute him
they
when we
can
walk
guess what
in?
year they are.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Now, if he was a warrant officer, we wouldn't have.
No,
to
you wouldn't have to salute them.
Now they don't have a guess as to how old they are. So
Okay.
we don't know if
So
it's
what about that? What's this?
Here is
banana
a
boat or something?
Yeah.
3 1940s hammered Rexall brand soda fountain banana boats.
So they're metal.
Oh,
So there's your metal. It looks
that's what you got your banana split
Your
in.
banana split
oh
came in there.
boy,
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I used to love to go to a drugstore that had a real fountain. You know, the fountain where you could go and sit on the stool, and they made the real sodas. With
Was
the,
Winchester the only place that has one of those around?
I don't
still?
know.
I don't. Is it
growing
one?
up,
I don't know.
Tullahoma Drugstore had it.
Oh, really?
And that's where after school, all the teenagers that
Oh,
could
yeah.
drive drove up there to hang out. And they
Yeah,
had the malt
yeah.
shop and all that. And
Okay.
Had a jukebox and
Yeah,
Really? In the
Look,
drugstore,
well,
there
yeah.
was a jukebox. Wow. Okay.
well for the malt shop side.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, next here's another strange one here. Oh, I don't think I said it was $150 is what they were asking for it, and it came really close to that. Here's a vintage copper antique fire extinguishers, Campbell Manufacturing for Rexall drugstores. $135. It's the old, obviously the
Yeah,
old
they're
style.
bright, shiny copper too.
Yeah.
The real pretty bracelet or
It's
shiny
in
Somebody
ones.
took real
Yeah.
care of that.
Beautiful condition. Yes. Here's a Bisma Rex relieve stomach acid in 3 minutes sign. So $143.59
Or
That's
Pepto
advertisement
Bismol.
after 21 bids.
That must have been like a takeoff or a competitor of Pepto Bismol.
Yeah.
You used to hear about that.
What is
That's ridiculous.
Here's a Rexall Hideaway folding fountain syringe. Oh, no, that's a personal product. $128.
Yeah, we don't want to say what
No, no,
that
There you go. Okay, we won't
Yeah,
go
but-
too far into
is.
that.
You already got started now.
Got me on that. Okay, 1906 New Home Week, Boston, Massachusetts, Rexall collapsible cup. This is like silver cups that snap down kind of deal. $129.
Good grief.
I wonder if that was from
You
our
get some
founding.
bottles.
Okay, well I've got another
I
search
I wonder
for
if that was
bottles.
from our founding store,
Well, you
in
got,
Boston.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So he's went to the bottles, the medicine came in?
Yeah.
Now you get some money there.
You are sitting down, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's a good thing.
Rare Amber 32 ounce Davis Drug Company, Leadville, Colorado pharmacy bottle. 59 bids, $2,837.87.
For a
little
bottle?
bottle.
Does it have a
Little
label on it or anything?
It's
It's in
or
Boston,
it's
in the
it's in
glass.
Boston the glass.
In
It's
Boston,
very
the
pretty.
gas.
Yeah,
I mean
a
the glass.
The glass.
Yeah.
32 ounce. It's a brown glass bottle.
Yeah.
Amber.
Amber. Sorry. There you go. Then you got a
Now here, you want to hear another one? You want to hear
Yeah,
another
yeah.
Gunwa's Chinese Remedy
Oh.
Western medicine bottle in yellow green. The buy it now went on this was $1,575.
Whoa.
And they bought it now.
Yeah, here's another bag.
Here's another.
Now these are probably from the old medicine show, doctor.
this
type
is out
of thing.
west, yeah.
Out west.
Here's another Gunwa's Chinese Remedy Western Medicine bottle in yellow green. The buy it now on that was $1,495.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of medicines, you know, Dr. Huff, he invented all kinds of medicine, patent medicine,
Right.
salves and everything. But one thing I do have is I got 3 of them. I've got 3 bills where he went to George Dickel in 1896. George Dickel's where he got his alcohol.
Right.
And it shows where he bought the alcohol to put in his medicines.
Ah.
Ain't that kind of cool?
Yeah.
When you say patent medicine, you mean real medicine,
Yeah.
stuff that's been patented
Yes.
in the patent office.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, and he invented some good salves.
Yeah.
I mean, he sold it all over America, all over the world, really.
Right.
Well, to go with that, I got a 1906 antique leather doctor bag with Mulford contents, Quack Medicine Apothecary. So
Well, how much is that bag?
$895 was the buy it
Now,
now.
you've got a medicine bag, don't you, Doc?
Yeah, I've got.
Yeah, with
I got
stuff in
Dr.
it.
Fair, not
Yeah.
Dr. Fair from Manchester, but Dr. Fair that from Tullahoma that was actually the mayor over there. I got his
okay.
doctor bag.
Well, this isn't a
No,
bag
that's-
per se.
that
This is more of
that's
a,
like
case.
crown,
Yeah.
salesman sample. looking
Right.
thing.
Yeah. So that's all the stuff he would say you to snake oil to help you feel better.
Yeah.
He probably went by
I
George
tell you,
Dickel
I
too.
think the
Yeah.
majority of
I
that-
think that was one of the main ingredients in a lot of that stuff.
Now, when he said the
main
patented, that's
ingredient
not the
was
snake
the
oil
alcohol.
stuff.
The alcohol.
Made you feel really good for a little
Yeah.
while.
You remember Hadacol?
Yeah.
Halicol. I
Hey,
don't.
you can still get that stuff.
You can. I got.
What is that, Howard?
Well, it was an elixir
Yes.
that
Does it
was
sell in a
sold,
liquor store now?
and it was real popular. I understand with ladies.
I bet it
And it was
was.
supposed to give them energy and make them feel good, and it was like 90 proof alcohol, 103 proof.
Call for Hadacol.
Call for Hadacol.
They were taking their
Now, what
medicine.
was that back in the 40s and 50s? I guess they finally found out that it was booze.
Well, they did feel good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, taking their medicine.
Until the next morning, when the hangover got
No,
on.
then they needed some more.
So back to bottles.
Yeah, we get off the subject easy, don't we?
So we got a pair of more of the Chinese Gunwa's medicine bottles. Somebody must have found a stash of these. Or
Probably,
something.
yeah.
2 of them sold for $885
Wow.
each.
Now that's money
Yeah.
for a bottle.
Yeah, and these are all in beautiful condition.
And you
Yeah,
too.
they
These
are.
remember, I
these
don't know,
aren't beat up.
around
Yeah.
here, Howard, they used to go around digging the old dumps for them old bottles, and they used to find all kind of good-looking old bottles.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've got a 7 Trows medicine bottle from Nevada. $850 for that one. C. Brinkerhoff's Health Restorative New York antique medicine bottle. It's olive green.
Now that's your snake oil guy.
There
isn't
you
it?
go.
Yeah.
Health
You
Restorative.
know, a lot of that had what we call, like, drugs that
They had opium and stuff.
opium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the word. That word.
Yeah.
Opium and things like that.
Yeah.
And it even had it for that you were supposed to give your kid a
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he
teaspoon
was,
of this.
he was
and-
legal
That's
back
a-
then.
Oh, it was
Cough-
well,
the
sold
cough
in,
medicine.
sold in
There
the
you go.
drugstore. It was right over the counter.
Hey, you remember as a kid when they used to mix up the cough medicines? They used alcohol and honey. You remember
Oh yeah,
that?
oh yeah.
And that's how they make cough medicine.
Okay.
I remember they used to make me little toddies when I was a
Yeah,
kid. Yeah.
that's right.
Well, that antique restorative bottle, 31 bids, $762.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, a friend of mine who's a computer programmer, one of his first jobs, computer programming jobs he ever had when he was starting college back in the late 80s, was a druggist in Knoxville. Had a huge collection of antique medicine bottles and stuff like that. And he was doing the data entry to enter in all the details of each thing that he had and assign a number to it and stuff.
done
And
that with my
he was
Star
like,
Wars character.
he was like, you wouldn't believe how much opium and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Hey, I'll
man.
tell you where you can see some of these bottles right now. And of course, this is where I go is Baker Brothers Drugs.
Oh yeah.
He's got all kinds
They
of
got a lot of
Yeah.
got a
older
lot of
stuff
neat
sitting
old
around
stuff
up on
there.
the shelves and
Yeah,
stuff on
Don's
top.
really got a nice
Yeah.
selection of old bottles.
Uh huh.
Don's got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Pocket knives.
Yeah, I noticed that one day I was in there getting something.
Yeah, well, it gives you something to do while you're waiting on your prescription.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Do anybody remember what sodic hydrate was?
I do not.
No, I never heard that one.
Well, it's a 75 milliliter container, circa 1915. You weren't buying drugs in 1915 at the apothecary.
Believe it or not, that was before my time.
Well, that's what they called them back then, was apothecaries.
Apothecary Regent Science drug. 18 bids on that for this bottle. It just says sodic hydrate, NaHO or MO. Anyway, a chemist can correct me. It's a little rubbed out. 18 bids on that, $610. I mean, these are just bringing
Wow.
Lots of money.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
And there's not even anything in it, just an empty bottle.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nothing in them.
Here's a soda hydric sulfite, 125 milliliter lab apothecary bottle. 18 bids on that, $495.89.
Wow. That just blows my little
I
mind.
think I'm going to start saving my aspirin bottles.
There
They
you
might
go.
be
yeah,
worth something
might be
someday.
worth something.
Here we go. Here's a heroin variant,
Oh,
Dill's
yeah.
cough syrup from
Oh.
Norristown, Pennsylvania, embossed with a paper. It comes with the paper label is still on the bottle.
Oh, boy.
And it even has the box. It says 25 cents, and it gets you 10 to 25 now.
Now, that is really unusual to find them with
Throat
the
and
paper
lung
labels
trouble.
intact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$475 was to buy it now.
Wow.
And there's another one. He must have found two bottles. He put another one went for $475.
You doing all right?
Here's a
What's in that orange?
orange.
down there?
The crate or
that?
this. This says super rare vintage cannabis medicine.
Oh,
Oh,
Wood
it's a crate.
crate.
well, that's coming back. That's going to be legal
Sharp and
again.
dome.
that's
Yeah, there you
coming
go.
back.
Well, they voted it legal for medicine up here.
$395.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. See, this guy can pull it out and
Coming
There you
back
go.
around. See that
Six
bottle.
bids.
That bottle won't be worth anything now.
there you go. It just lost
I
all
just
its
lost
value.
all its value.
That was actually a crate, Howard.
Yeah, it's a crate.
Do you
Yeah.
think we ought to take a break?
Pretty soon. Are you ready? You're at a stopping point. We
Yeah.
can always
We're
do it a
ready.
minute
We're
early.
always ready.
Well, let's do it.
Okay, we'll be back.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy pick.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, we were talking during the break about
Mercurochrome.
mercurochrome and painting your throat.
It
and-
worked.
and it worked.
Yeah, I was telling
castor
them,
oil,
I had a-
cod liver oil, all these
I had
old
a
drugs.
couple of friends of mine when they was little, their mama would paint their throat if they got and evidently it worked. And I was telling you also, she would not let them sleep on a pillow. She
I
wanted
never
her
heard
head
that. I never
flat.
flat. But how about Vicks Vapor Rub?
Yep, that worked.
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff.
They used to rub it all over my chest and then give me a big old glob of it to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I couldn't eat it.
Oh, and that's just petroleum jelly with menthol in it. But
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I'll tell you what, though,
It worked.
and we nowadays, this kid gets sniffles, they run him to the emergency room and spend hundreds of dollars and too many pills. I don't know. Times have changed.
Yeah, wait.
But anyway.
I don't know for the good or not, but
But anyway, what you got? You got some kind of
so
whale oil or
so
something?
we got our last bottle is a 1910 bottle of sperm whale oil. It's a prescription drug bottle
exactly
of that.
what is that?
Oil of sperm whale is what it
What's
says
that
on
mean?
it. It's got I don't know what kind of oil.
Do
Is
they,
that
do
blubber?
they cook the?
I
Yeah, that's
assume-
what
I
I
assume
wonder
so.
if they cook the fat.
That's a variety of whale, a sperm whale.
Well,
Yeah, but I mean, though, do they cook the fat and stuff, and it turns into oil?
Well, I guess they render, like bacon,
yeah.
render the
Yeah,
blubber
the fat.
or the big pieces of fat off the whale and get the oil out of it some way.
I was saying a while ago, they used to burn it in those Betty lamps, and
Yeah.
it was more expensive because it would burn longer than the regular whale blubber, and they got it out of the whale's head.
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that.
But they rendered it like you were saying.
Yeah, it has to be rendered down.
Mm-hmm.
So this has a paper label on it, and it's from Henry J. Warner, prescription druggist from Ramona, South Dakota.
But now that's neat. It's wrote on what it is
it's,
there on
it's
the
just
label.
written on the bottle
with a pencil
because you
or
don't
pen.
know. You put whatever in the bottle.
Yeah.
It says
So-
oil up, and then you write what it is.
18 bids, $131.50.
So those old medicine bottles that you might have stashed away in the attic somewhere
Yeah,
might be worth some
You're
money.
more likely to have one of those than the other ones that
Yeah.
we were
And
talking
I'll tell
about.
you
Yeah.
something, these old dumps. Matter of fact, there was one right in close to where we're at, Howard. And then there was one.
Oh, yeah. Your city.
There was, but there was one over in this area, and then there was one down by where the ballpark is.
Yeah.
Vans are.
Yeah.
I had one out here.
And then you had one over here off of, what's the road over here by Westwood?
Yeah, that's old city dump out
Yeah,
that way.
mhm.
I find bottles and stuff under houses.
Yeah, you found some.
I find them all the time.
Yeah, be like an archaeologist. Go dig up
Under
the
these
dump.
old houses, you never
Is
know
that
what
what
you're
you are?
going to find.
Is that what you are?
Yeah, archaeology. Sounds better.
Because you got a bottle up your one? Okay.
Are you an antique archaeologist?
There you go.
I'm old, yeah.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's all right.
Antique archaeology is Mike and Frank.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pickers.
Yeah.
The picker. You are a picker, right?
not like some people I know.
Now,
No, I'm nowhere near that.
All right, so tell us something.
Okay, so we finished out a good portion of the bottles. Here we go to some displays, drugstore displays. I think, are we on? No, just generic drugstores. Vintage 1940s, Curity First Aid Department Medicine gas oil, 27-inch high display sign. Let me zoom in just a little bit to make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Oh, okay. So it's just a first aid thing. It's got a nurse face on it, and
gas oil.
yeah, I don't see anything about that on this. It's just a shelf.
Okay.
It says just says Security First Aid Department. 11 bids on that though went for $208.50, which doesn't seem like something anybody would hang on to and sell for a
even
collectible.
hang
Somebody
on to
did.
Here we've got a lighted Abbott Pharmacy display sign, apothecary light up painted glass that says dedicated to the practice of pharmacy, Bob Catman. Went for $148 for the buy it now.
Now, I like that little display under that.
Oh, that's just
That's a neat looking little
a
display.
nice little glass
Yeah.
drugstore display. $85 went for that. Here's a cool one. Antique rare Calvert's tooth powder drugstore counter display case. So this is the case that Calvert's came in. I don't remember tooth powder
You
myself.
don't remember tooth powder?
I
Oh
don't.
yeah, my used to be a little metal,
Oh, wait a minute. You
little
put your
metal.
brush in it, didn't
I
you?
have a
Well, it was
cardboard
it had like a
advertisement.
little. You had like a little turning top, and you would open it up and sprinkle tooth powder
Yeah.
on your
Yeah.
on your brush, and then you instead of putting paste.
Yeah. Probably.
But tooth powder used to be big.
No, I've
and then
never
it-
actually had any, but I've seen that.
I have
Yeah.
a cardboard advertisement.
You got
It's
that,
a young
yeah.
lady
For the powder?
advertising. For the tooth powder.
You know, that would be an interesting. Some of the toothpaste. Remember Ipana?
Oh, yeah. No,
Brush
I
up,
don't.
Bucky Beaver. You don't remember?
No.
Brush up, brush up, brush up.
Oh,
the new
yeah.
Ipana.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Boy, I'll tell you, this youngster we got here, we got to train him.
Well, he's
some.
getting better.
He's getting a little
He's hanging
better.
out with the old guys. Well, both of them are. We got two young ones against two old ones.
Yeah, well,
I
we'll
think we're going to lose.
we'll teach him.
Okay, I got an antique 10-inch tall glass swirl candy jar from a drugstore. It's a really pretty glass candy jar. 16 bids, $105.27.
Wow.
Now here's an odd one. I guess it came up because of drugs, but a 1983 DEA agent, NYPD detective Zippo lighter in a display case.
Zippo lighters, yeah.
$96.
Does it have a picture of a badge on it?
It's got a picture of a badge on it.
Could you
That
take
says
that and
DEA.
peel it off there and actually, you think somebody buy that lighter and carry it and be a DEA?
Put it in your wallet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Might
think
have.
We shouldn't talk about stuff like that on there. We get in trouble.
Well, one time
Give people ideas.
I give-
huh?
give Howard
here's
ideas.
why we shouldn't. Because one time I was talking about when I was growing up, we watched them build a laundromat, Howard. First one I ever seen. And so we were walking over when they got done, and we found a dime. And so we put my little brother Moto in it, and we put the dime in there, and he started spinning around. And he
No,
looked
they
like
really
that. You
did
seen that
this.
cartoon with that little cat up against the glass going around? That's what he looked like. And so as he'd get a little warm, we'd open the door and let him cool down and shut the door.
They really did.
And so we was telling that on the air like we are right now.
Oh, no.
And I'd be doggone if somebody didn't do that.
Well, I've heard
So
of-
don't do that.
And then I was talking about how a roll of duct tape would babysit 25 kids. And the next thing I know, in the news, they've charged some lady because she actually duct taped her kid to the
Chair.
bedroom.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
About that. Yeah.
So I'm-
Was that your idea?
So
You're
you know where that
responsible for
comes
I was
from now.
just saying.
Dave's a bad influence on the
Well,
community.
I mean, don't you think I'm right? I mean, one roll
Well-
of duct tape, but it would easily
Well-
Oh
babysit
yeah, you
25
could
kids.
really.
Yeah. Now, let's get back on to
The duct tape.
what do you got
Okay. Need to answer.
there? You need to
I've got a 10 litho Smith Brothers cough drop dispenser drugstore display. That's a pretty big,
So you
like
put
it
a little
sits on
money
the
in
floor.
and get a cough drop.
Is that what it is? You're
Or a
gonna make me
pack of
have
cough
to
drops?
look at it. It looks like just a display where you pick them up and go buy them.
Okay.
$89 after 11 people bid on it.
Well,
That seems like a cheap
that
buy
is-
on a
that is
display
cheap.
Yeah.
for cough drop.
Well, that's how many. If you already got one.
Well, that's not the kind of cough drop that I'm familiar with.
Dr. Snoop's Cold Cure,
Oh.
the best cure, vintage glass advertising sign. That just makes me think of Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
It's,
We're getting down close to the end here. now.
$80 on that
How
was
much
to
time
buy
we
it
got there?
now.
About a minute and a half.
All right, we can round it back around with back to Rexall.
Yeah.
Rexall Drugstore vintage toothbrush display sign.
Ah,
So $79 for a toothbrush display sign. That is a Rexall.
that's all I'm mad. Just drug items like that is amazing. There's an area people would be interested in something like that.
Just
You
about
know, at the
anything
prices we
now.
were
Is it
talking.
regular people, or do you have to be a pharmacist to be in that thing?
I don't know.
Well, I saw the pickers getting eyeglasses, big old eyeglasses, about as long as from here to that wall over signs.
Yeah.
Trade signs, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, it looks like we're getting down near the end here, fellas. We
Okay. One more
wrap
thing.
it.
then.
I got
You
about
want me?
30 seconds.
I got
Off
a
that couch.
vintage Father's Aren't medicine sign. It says rheumatism treatment.
Some
So
treatment.
here's a metal sign. They wanted $120 and they got about 70. So still,
Still.
not bad.
That's $70.
All right.
Well, that do us for today.
I think that's about it for today.
All right, next week we'll come back and talk about. There's no telling.
No telling.
What do you want to talk about now?
and we probably won't stay on subject anyway.
And
right?
now remember, next week you can watch
Do,
this show.
do we need some kind of medication
All
you
right.
think to keep us focused?
What
do they call that?
I think we definitely need medication. We'll see you next week for more Let's Talk Antiques. Have a nice week. Bye-bye.